In today's show, nervous newbies are taking profits while long-term Bitcoin investors hodl strong. As the CEO of Glassnode Analytics points out, Raphael Schultz-Kraft, 1 year plus hodlers are selling, 2 year plus hodlers are selling, 3+ year hodlers, aka been in the bull market before and know how this works, are stacking sats, as you can see right here on your screen. And it's important to point out that the longer you wait, the more Bitcoin will cost you. That's a fact. Also, breaking news, Israeli asset manager doubles its 100 million Bitcoin investment in just 2 months. The firm invested 100 million into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust late last year. It has sold 1/3 and its holdings are still worth $50 million more than the purchase price. They're quoted sharing the 100 million investment has become 200 million, and of the 200 million, we have already sold about 1/3. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. More breaking news, Peter Schiff's son moves 100% of his portfolio into Bitcoin. That's right, Peter's son Spencer is obviously a lot more intelligent than Peter himself. Peter shared, "My son Spencer went all in on Bitcoin on the last drop below $50,000. 100% of his portfolio is now in Bitcoin." I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. And for the big breaking story of the day, Max Keiser gave Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin on a laptop 10 years ago, but Alex claims he lost it. That would be worth nearly $550 million today. And Max Keiser has confirmed this report. He tweeted, "One of the most startling chapters in Bitcoin. The price was under $5 per Bitcoin at the time." Check it out.
And Max Keiser comes to me and he says, "I have 10,000 Bitcoins for you. This is the future. It'll be the new global currency." He's on record. And I'm like drinking wine and eating a steak at night. And I go, okay, great. I lost the laptop. He put the 10,000 on him. Today, what's 10,000 Bitcoins worth? A lot.
$510 million.
Yeah.
$510 million.
You idiot. Find that laptop.
In fact, slap me in the face.
Pretty crazy, right? We're talking about $510 million. I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin still in the green as Ethereum and all the major altcoins are correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, BlockFi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. Here's where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 million in interest to their clients in the month of February, including 450 Bitcoin, 5,000 Ethereum, and 6 million in stablecoins. It's quite simple. They pay out a 6% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, 5.25% on Ethereum, and 9.3% on USDT. And they have a special promo running right now where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. All you got to do is click the link below the video in the description. It'll take you here. Once you do, click this yellow button and you'll notice the referral code already pre-populated for you to take advantage of this special bonus. So go ahead and click that link and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss, so let's just dive right in, shall we? Long-term Bitcoin hodlers appear not to be selling despite 2021's all-time highs, while nervous newbies have been taking profits along the way. According to HODLERS chart, which visually illustrates the time since Bitcoin wallets were last active on-chain, 2021 has seen an increase in both long and short-term activity. As you can see right here on your screen, the chart shows the number of coins that have moved in the past 30 to 90 days is at its highest level since 2018. These addresses represent more than 15% and are currently the largest segment of Bitcoin wallets. So ultimately, whales are holding as they should be. Bitcoin wallets that have remained inactive for between 3 and 5 years are currently the second largest segment, representing 13.5% of all addresses. These wallets have also steadily expanded in numbers during 2021, with onlookers speculating the data may reflect the large number of Bitcoin-backed hodlers who bought during the 2017 season and held throughout the entire bear trend. If you're one of those hodlers, congratulations. The big payoff is amongst us. And while the share of wallets that have not been active in between 5 to 10 years appears to have been shrinking over the past year, and the number of addresses that have been inactive for the last decade have increased from roughly 1.7% 2 years ago to now 10.7% today. And on March 11th, which is today, the CTO and co-founder of on-chain crypto analytics firm Glassnode, Raphael Schultz-Kraft, shared data revealing the number of wallets that have not been active in the last 3 or more more years, has steadily increased since late December, as he shares here on crypto Twitter. 1+ year hodlers are selling, 2+ year hodlers are selling, 3+ year hodlers, aka been in the bull market before and know how this thing works, are stacking sats, hashtag Bitcoin. And in this graph, it shows us in the pink, it shows you the percentage of supply last active 1+ years ago. Then in the green, the percentage of supply last active 2+ years ago. And in the purple on the bottom, the percentage of supply last active 3+ years ago. However, it's important to keep in mind that the data shows that the share of Bitcoin wallets that have been inactive for the last 12 months have dropped from record highs of nearly 65% in January to 55% today, with nearly half of Bitcoin wallets active in the past year. So there you have it. And before I break down our next story of the day, Israeli asset manager doubles its 100 million Bitcoin investment in just 2 months, as well as the latest from Peter Schiff's son, moving 100% of his portfolio into Bitcoin and showing more intelligence than his father. And before I break down the latest from Max Keiser with this breaking story of him gifting Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin roughly 10 years ago, when Bitcoin was valued at just $5, that would be worth approximately $550 million today. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin maintaining just above 56,200, now only $2,000 away from a new all-time high, which is sitting at about 58,300. Let me know if you feel we're likely to break that new all-time high this week. We have Ethereum correcting in the red, down about 2%, trading just below $1,800. Polkadot down 5%, trading just below $37. And Chainlink down 2.6%, trading just below $30. All right, now for our next story of the day. Israel's Altshuler Shaman investment house has doubled its money after tipping $100 million into the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust late last year. It's the only Israeli institution known to have invested this magnitude of funds into Bitcoin thus far. The news followed increasing institutional interest in Bitcoin internationally, with reports on March 7th that Chinese tech company Meitu became the first Hong Kong listed company to invest $40 million into cryptocurrencies split between Ethereum and Bitcoin. I covered this in great detail in a previous episode. And also, Israeli Globe's publication reported that Altshuler acquired the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares in late 2020 when Bitcoin was trading at around $21,000. Co-CEO, founder, and co-owner Gilad Altshuler told the publication the $100 million investment has become $200 million, and of the $200 million, we have already sold about a third. And he also added, this is a new investment for us. It took a few months until we got all the relevant approvals and all of the opinions that approved our investment in the field. The Globe's report states that the investment house currently holds around $150 million worth of the cryptocurrency, with Altshuler noting it may add more. He shared the following: it depends on the price. We were a little intimidated by the speed with which Bitcoin reached these prices, with its global market cap crossing the $1 trillion mark, and that worried us a bit. Altshuler is one of the largest investment houses in Israel, managing around $51.5 billion in long-term savings for retirement and pension funds as of the end of January. It's not the first time Altshuler has dabbled in cryptocurrency, with the firm reportedly taking positions in local initial coin offerings back in 2017. Its subsidiary is more actively involved in crypto investments, and last week appointed Ilan Stark, who previously managed the trading and capital markets division of Israeli blockchain company Orbs, as its new CEO. The $100 million was invested into Bitcoin via the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which currently has around $31.4 billion in assets under management. Recently, shares have been trading at a 15% discount to the underlying value of the Bitcoin held, and as of March 7th, private placement offerings for the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares were halted. However, keep in mind this is an occurrence that happens periodically, and I believe this is also very bullish. It invites new giants to join the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust at a discount. And before I break down the latest with Peter Schiff's son moving 100% of his portfolio into the king of all crypto, as well as Max Keiser gifting Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin on a laptop 10 years ago that Alex claims he lost. But let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting above 1.7 trillion, which is virtually new all-time highs, with 129 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the current Bitcoin dominance back on the rise at 61.3%, and the current Bitcoin market cap sitting above $1 trillion. Now let's check out the top gainers within the top 100. We have Theta Fuel up a whopping 64% for the day and 139% for the week, trading at 32.5 cents. We have Helium up 49% for the day and 88% for the week, trading at $7.74. Hedera Hashgraph up almost 37%, trading at about 27 cents. And Theta up 24% for the day and 61% for the week, trading above $7. I know many of you are very bullish on Theta and Theta Fuel. Now checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Polygon down about 11%, 11%, trading at 29 cents. Flow down 7%, trading at $31.40. Nano down about 7%, trading at $5.38. And Phantom down 6.5%, trading at 45 cents. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 73 in greed. Yesterday was a 68, last week an 84 in extreme greed, and last month a 95 in extreme greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Spencer Schiff, the son of the gold bug and major Bitcoin critic, Peter Schiff, seems to have decided to move all of his portfolio investments into one single asset, Bitcoin. Congratulations, Spencer. You're showing way more intelligence than your father. Peter Schiff just tweeted about this. My son Spencer Schiff went all in on Bitcoin on the last drop below 50K. 100% of his portfolio is now in Bitcoin. He sold the last of his silver stocks to raise the cash. If my own son is this brainwashed, imagine how vulnerable most kids are. He's hodling to infinity or bust. You tell me, who's the one really brainwashed here? Is it Spencer or Peter? Who do you feel is a wiser money manager, Peter or his son, Spencer? I already know Spencer is way more intelligent than his father. Now, the crypto community has widely welcomed the announcement, with many people expressing confidence that the 100% Bitcoin investment will make Peter Schiff's son richer than him. I like Pompliano's response right here. At least someone in your family is growing their wealth this year. Touche. And Peter responded, I need to disinherit him, otherwise he will squander my hard-earned wealth on more Bitcoin. Now, despite Schiff's criticism of his son's decision to go 100% Bitcoin, Schiff himself apparently played a big role in this decision. Peter subsequently insisted that his son was invested in Bitcoin against his advice. And let's not forget, as a vocal Bitcoin critic, Peter Schiff claimed back in 2019 that Bitcoin would have never hit $50,000. And following Bitcoin's rally up to $57,000 in February 2021, Schiff admitted that a move up to $100,000 can't be ruled out either. However, he thinks that Bitcoin is more likely to go to zero than $100,000. So yeah, Peter Schiff is officially the biggest joke in the Bitcoin space. Now check out this chart, which speaks volumes. The longer you wait, the more Bitcoin will cost you. And it shows you that MicroStrategy got involved at 24,000, Square got involved at 27,000, Tesla got involved at about 35,000, Meitu, the Chinese investment firm, got involved at 47,000, and Acker, aka CT, got involved at about 49,500 per Bitcoin. So as you can see, the average buy-in price will continue to increase as the corporate FOMO continues, because we're just getting started. And before I break down our final story of the day of Max Keiser giving Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin on a laptop 10 years ago, now worth approximately $550 million today, and before I share with you the most important chart right now, according to Max Keiser, which shows us that the US dollar is doomed and Bitcoin hitting $220,000 in 2021, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 700 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which could be found at letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Why is it so important to follow me on all these different communities? Because what if they delist my YouTube channel or deplatform me off of Twitter? That's why it's so important to follow me on all of these resources right here, including my blog, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. I update this daily. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. You can also follow me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Max Keiser gave Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin on a laptop 10 years ago, but Alex claims he lost it. I played this clip earlier in the intro of the show, which would be worth approximately $550 million today. Now, Max Keiser confirms this story. He tweeted, one of the most startling chapters in Bitcoin. The price was under $5 at the time. So I got to point out that that Max Keiser is a very nice friend to be gifting somebody 10,000 Bitcoin back when Bitcoin was valued at $5. That's a $50,000 gift at the time, now valued at approximately $550 million today. Quoting Alex Jones, and Max Keiser comes to me, 10,000 Bitcoins for you. This is the future. It will be the new global currency. He's on record. I lost the laptop. He put the 10,000 Bitcoin on. Today, what's 10,000 Bitcoins worth? A lot. Damn right, it's a lot. It's $500 million. After Bitcoin roared back to $56,000 earlier today, this would be worth a whopping $560 million. American comedian Andrew Schulz went on to physically slap Jones, who swore he had a cryptocurrency fortune. He, Max Keiser, was the guy who told me that it was going to replace the dollar, and that Japanese guy invented it, referring to obviously Satoshi Nakamoto. So yeah, Max Keiser, known as one of the earliest Bitcoin advocates. I refer to him and Stacy as Bitcoin OGs because they were telling people to buy Bitcoin back when it was only $1, and for him to gift literally 10,000 Bitcoin to Alex Jones at the time makes you really wonder how much Bitcoin is Max Keiser hodling. You do the math. If he was gifting 10,000 Bitcoins to his friends back then I could pretty much guarantee that he holds more than 20,000 Bitcoin, which is currently valued at over $1 billion. How much Bitcoin do you think Max Keiser hodls? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now let's check out the most important chart according to Max Keiser. It tells us that the US dollar is doomed and Bitcoin hitting $220,000 in 2021. Let me blow it up for you right here. It shows commodities are cheap and are breaking out. The cheaper the commodities are and the more the dollar is doomed, the more bullish for the king of all crypto. Max Keiser is also predicting a $77,000 short-term Bitcoin target in play, as well as Bitcoin hitting $220,000 by the end of this year. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Nervous newbies are taking profits while long-term Bitcoin investors hodl strong. I pointed out the latest from the CEO of Glassnode Analytics, Raphael Schultz-Kraft, showing us that 1 to 2 year hodlers are selling, while the 3+ year hodlers, aka been in the bull market before and know how this thing works, are stacking sats. Also in today's show, I shared Israeli asset manager doubles its 100 million Bitcoin investment in just 2 months. Also shared the latest that Peter Schiff's son moves 100% of his portfolio into Bitcoin and shows more signs of intelligence than his father. Also in today's show, I shared that the longer you wait, the more Bitcoin will cost you. That, my friend, is a fact. Also shared this breaking story that Max Keiser gave Alex Jones 10,000 Bitcoin on a laptop 10 years ago, but Alex claims he lost it, which would be worth approximately $550 million today. And Max Keiser confirmed the story, tweeting one of the most startling chapters in Bitcoin when the price was under $5 at the time. I also shared with you the most important chart right now, according to Max Keiser, which shows us Bitcoin heading to $220,000 by the end of this year. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor BlockFi, where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 million in interest in the month of February for a record-breaking month. And besides earning interest on your crypto, their other flagship product is crypto-backed loans. You ever wonder, how can I access liquidity without selling my precious cryptocurrency? Well, look no further. You can get an interest rate as low as 4.5%. And to take advantage of this special promo they have running right now, where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more, click the link right down below. It'll take you here. Then click this yellow button that says sign up. You'll notice the referral code already pre-populated for you to take advantage of this special bonus. So what are you waiting for? Click that link right down below. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.